Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 213 of the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast. I'm your host, as always. I'm Tyler, and joining me, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself. We have Sir Killing Gables. What's up, buddy?
Oh man, what a freaking crazy 24 hours. Since our last recording, a couple things has happened. One, that Nintendo showcase happened, and two, the Golden State Warriors won another championship. And
Yep.
this has absolutely been a crazy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, but other than that, I'm just peachy, man. How's your day going, Tyler?
Doing all right, man. Enjoying day 4 of 9 of my vacation.
There you go.
Yeah. Been watching a lot of E3 coverage over the last few days. Can't get enough of watching that stuff. Reading information, things like that. Watched a bunch of the Nintendo Treehouse today, and yeah, it's been a fun day 4 of vacation.
Oh yeah.
It's a good Tuesday. But yeah, should we jump into it? It's last I guess press conference using parentheses there with Nintendo.
Yep.
Short one, about 25 minutes long, like they said it would be. Start off, we got a trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, some gameplay show for that. Still a holiday 2017 release date, they're saying at the end of the trailer, but no date or anything shown for that. Next up, fixed prize Kirby is coming for the Switch out in 2018. 4-player side-scroller game. All they said was 2018 for that, maybe 45-second trailer. Then we got a nice prize. One of the head people at the Pokemon Company actually announced that Game Freaks is making a Pokemon RPG game for the Switch. It's in early development, and he said it may not come out in the next year. So they came out with that. Then immediately after, we got a Metroid Prime 4 is in development. There was no gameplay, just the logo, Metroid Prime 4, and it said in development for the Switch. Then right after that, we got a bunch of big surprises right in a row. Yoshi game coming in 2018. Looks kind of like Yoshi's Woolly World kind of mechanics, but more of a cardboard type of setting. I don't really know. They haven't really shown much more. Little teaser of that one too. Got some gameplay and everything. Then Fire Emblem Warriors. Got another trailer with some gameplay in it. Fall 2017. They're saying no release date for that. Then they went on next to Zelda Breath of the Wild. Talked about the DLC packs again that we're getting for Pack 1. Got a release date that was June 30th, so 2 weeks from Friday. And then we got a title for the second DLC pack called The Champion's Ballad, which comes out holiday 2017. Then also the 4 champions from Breath of the Wild. They are going to turn those into amiibo, and those are coming out sometime here in the holiday season. No date for that. I didn't see one anyways. And then we got another trailer, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Nothing really to add to that, just a 30-second trailer for that, reminding you it's there. And then they announced Rocket League is coming to the Switch this holiday season. It's going to have exclusive vehicles and Nintendo gear. It's going to be cross-network play with other platformers. They didn't really specify what platformers, but they said there's going to be cross-network play. Then we got a trailer for Super Mario Odyssey. Got a couple-minute trailer there to show that you can actually throw your hat into enemies and other characters in the world, or other objects in the world, and you can turn into those. So you can turn into a taxi, or you can turn into a frog and have those abilities, or turn into a bullet bill, things like that. And then got a release date of October 27th. And then there was a few other things that were announced afterwards in the Treehouse event. The big ones I did see was Metroid Samus Returns. It is a 3DS game, side-scroller shooting game, coming September 15th for the 3DS. Then they announced a Metroid and Samus 2-pack for the amiibos. And then, they announced 5 new amiibos for Super Mario Odyssey. I forgot about that. Comes out the same day as Super Mario Odyssey. There's a 3-pack with Mario, Bowser, and Peach in their wedding day attire. And then there's a Koopa Troopa and a Goomba coming separately too on the October 27th. And then finally they announced there's going to be a Fire Emblem's amiibos coming out with Fire Emblem Warrior for Chrome and Tiki, I believe is how you pronounce those.
Chrome and Tiki, yeah.
Oh, Chrome and Tiki. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that was announced. A lot announced in 25 minutes. What did you think?
What can I not think? That was absolutely fucking crazy. That entirety of that spotlight was absolutely crazy. You take two companies that are side by side that had the same amount of time to present things with Bethesda and Nintendo. Obviously, Nintendo fucking did what they did best in this type of situation. They showcased what they wanted to do to their general audience, and they had a bunch of surprises that took everybody off guard. The exact opposite of Bethesda, to be perfectly honest. And in my honest opinion, everything that I saw inside the spotlight was something... There was something new to it. I mean, we did hear about other games previous to this spotlight, from Super Mario Odyssey to Fire Emblem Warriors and stuff like that, and even like the DLC pass and stuff for Zelda. But we saw new things that we've never thought that we were going to see, and let's just say that this spotlight made me feel the most excited, and this was probably the best way they could have topped off and concluded E3 out of every one of the other like conferences that I've watched. Because regardless of which, the only thing that had been really lacking this like E3 so far has been like actual genuine surprises, other than Beyond Good and Evil 2 and like and stuff like that. It seemed like every like big surprise moment for myself, to be perfectly honest, and in my opinion, happened inside this Nintendo spotlight. Because Nintendo basically felt like they went through a checklist and checked off everything that Nintendo fans have been clamoring and wanting over the past couple of years. And especially for those who are really disappointed, kind of like how you and I were when that Pokemon Direct came by last week.
Yeah.
So, core Pokemon game that they are going to put on a console, their Nintendo Switch, and a core
Snap 2.
RPG. They actually specifically said core RPG. So this is going to be another generation of Pokemon, possibly coming around 2019, And of course, Metroid. Not one Metroid game, but two new Metroid games. Metroid Prime 4 and also the Metroid Samus Returns, which it looks like to me is possibly a reboot of like the original, kind of like how Zero Mission was when that was going forth and like had elements and stuff that was basically the superior version of the original Metroid from the NES. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see.
Actually, they said there was a reimagining of Metroid 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's something new I didn't hear about. Yeah. So, Samus Returns is a reimagining of Metroid 2.
Not for sure if it's like a remaster or a remake of it, but they said it's a reimagining, so that's all they really said about it. So,
yeah, so
I don't know Metroid very well, so I don't know exactly.
Okay,
what it is.
It still continues on to what I've been trying to get at right here. It's like Nintendo made a checklist for the Nintendo fans, and they crossed off everything that they could possibly imagine to try to get this system, like, for people who want to delve in and buy this Nintendo Switch when it becomes available in their region, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's like new Metroid, core Pokemon RPG that's going to be coming out. You have a big old RPG like game in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that's going to be released by the end of this year. You have the DLC pass stuff for Breath of the Wild, which actually kind of looks interesting and stuff. I'm not too sure if I'm going to invest in it, considering that I may try to play something other than like a big open world game for the next month or so, because of how much I've actually been playing open world games lately. And let's see. Oh gosh. The game announcements here, the Yoshi and Kirby games. I'm actually kind of surprised that they went with like those styles for for both the games. Obviously, Kirby kind of looks like a continuation of what they've been doing on the 3DS with triple deluxe and stuff like that, and Robobot. This one seems more akin to Return to Dreamland on the Wii, where it's like 4-player co-op. You get to collect different things inside of each level. It looks really fun. And that's the same thing I could say about the Yoshi game. Obviously, the Yoshi game's a little bit different, too, and it probably has its own unique twist as well that we probably won't know about until later. But, yeah, I'm excited for those two games because, hell, they're platformers that we get like every couple of years or whenever. But let's see. I thought what was kind of disappointing about the whole Spotlight stuff was a little bit of the showcase things for Fire Emblem Warriors, which there was less emphasis on gameplay and more on like dramatic storytelling, and it was kind of a put off a little bit. The same thing I would say with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, even though it was like little bits of story cutscene stuff. But we did get little hints of gameplay here and there and stuff like that. But the best thing about this Spotlight had to have been the freaking gameplay stuff for Super Mario Odyssey. I am sold on this game. I love Mario games. It's no surprise. Super Mario Galaxy was, like, a couple of years ago, my favorite game of the past, like the last generation, because of how creative each level was, because of all the different aspects that you could do with Mario, and how creative the ways were that you could do to try to accomplish certain tasks. Super Mario Odyssey is so fucking weird, and I love every single moment of it. I was watching little bits of like the Spotlight, and also I rewatched it again before I got home from work because I wanted to see Giant Bomb's reaction, and just seeing the genuine just happiness and glee coming from like guys like established game journalists, I said like Dan Reichert and like kind of Alex Navarro and like Vinny Caravelle, and like these guys, their experience and stuff, they're grizzled in the gaming industry and stuff.
They've seen
like
it
that.
all. They've
seen it all, and all of a sudden they see this, and they can't fucking make heads or tails what's going on here. Because like Mario inside the trailer, he takes control of like different enemies. You know, he can take control like a bullet bill or not even an object like say electricity, or even in the trailer. The trailer starting out kind of reminded me of like fucking like a Monster Hunter first off, because that was the initial thing. I see a gigantic T-Rex going forth and like walking across the landscape, and the reason why I thought Monster Hunter is because last night during the Sony press conference they had the exact same type of creature, only you know like little differences here and there. And then all of a sudden you see the pan out and the Tyrannosaurus just like turns around and there's a Mario hat on it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, what was even more of a what the fuck moment was like Mario inhabits a frog, and the frog just pops up a mustache, and it's like, and it's so funny. It's like every little clip they saw, like any type of enemy that he controlled, there was like a little hat and a mustache. There's like a fucking big old black mustache and a cheap, and like there's Mario and like a freaking sombrero and a poncho and stuff, like just doing a little mariachi dance and stuff.
What's the football guy?
Charging Chuck.
Yeah, he had that outfit too on.
Yeah,
I thought that was great,
dude. I've noticed that there is all these various like Mario costumes from past Mario games. Like there was one for like the original Mario like NES like Golf Open or something like that for NES. I saw one that was more akin to Yoshi's Cookie when he was dressed as a chef. And the Charging Chuck and stuff like that. And oh god, he's like tossing frying pans. It's like a Hammer Brother and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, it's like there was so much stuff like that they showed in like the gameplay portions of it. I watched like also got a chance to watch the certain bits of the gameplay for their treehouse, and oh my gosh, you get to do all these like you can do like the random stuff like you can in other 3D Mario games, but just the initial like glee and stuff that I'm getting just for going to these different worlds. And not only, like, you know, trying to discover every little tidbit here and there for different types of coins and currencies and what you could spend for caps and stuff.
Yeah.
But, oh my god. I literally laughed my ass off when, during Giant Bomb's little E3 thing for Nintendo, where they announced the developers and stuff actually said that that Mario was trying to rescue Peach from an evil wedding organization.
Yeah, the wedding organization.
Organizers. And the look on Brad Shoemaker's face, he was just fucking just cracking up, just like, oh my, like really, evil wedding organizers. I almost expected like fucking Waluigi just to pop up or something like that, because it's been a running gag for years with like say Proton John and his channel with the Runaway Guys and stuff about it. that originated from their playthrough of some of like Fortune Street and stuff for the Wii, where the in joke was like Waluigi's like wedding boutique, and Proton John kept going on and on like in Waluigi's voice, like, "Hey, Waluigi wants to see you get married," just all that other stuff, But I kid you not, Tyler, I enjoyed a lot more out of that Nintendo Spotlight in 30 minutes that I did during the nearly 2 hours of watching stuff for both Sony, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft to a certain extent too. And even though Ubisoft did have a better than normal like press conference too, with the surprises like Beyond Good and Evil 2, at least we got a chance to see some of these games in action and stuff like that instead of just a trailer or something like that. I mean, hell, Metroid Prime 4, we just got... God, man, Metroid Prime 4, we just got like a release logo. Not like a release logo, but just like the logo of it and just saying in development. That's all I needed to see from that in order to say, oh my god, new Metroid Prime, man, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And the last thing I would say and stuff like that is I would give the Spotlight thing a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I would give it like the highest that I possibly feel like, I wanted to give it because, hell, I am a Nintendo fan, but I'm also a fan of video games in general, and like I said, out of every conference, out of every other type of showcase thing I've saw over the past couple days, this is the one that I felt was like the most entertaining. Not like just the most entertaining, but it had actual genuine surprises that I'm looking forward to playing not only the rest of the year, but I'm going to be waiting 2018 and beyond and stuff for a new Pokemon game, like new Pokemon RPG, the next Kirby game, the next Yoshi game. Like, oh my god, it just made me feel like I wanted to play my Nintendo Switch, Yeah. And then all of a sudden, like afterwards, that another Metroid game, Samus Returns, it made me want to fucking play my 3DS.
Yeah.
Because that's the game that's been missing from like my experience with that device. So, yeah, that's the best thing I saw from the thing so far.
What,
so,
Federation Force didn't do it for you?
I didn't even play Federation Force.
Yeah, nobody did. So
nobody did because they thought that was going to be it.
Yeah.
For Metroid.
Yeah. I'm with you on this being the best. Nintendo won E3. They did. I'd actually go a little higher. I give Bethesda 9 out of 10, and I'm going to go 9.5 for Nintendo.
Wow.
This was damn near perfect to me.
Fuck yeah.
We did our prediction show, and it's something I've been talking about forever now with the Switch is release window, not just release day, but what do you got for me the 6 months after, and what do you got for me next year and the year after that? And they covered it all. They did everything I wanted except for Captain Toad Treasure Tracker 2, which who knows if that's ever going to happen again.
That's nitpicking, though.
It is. That's just my if they had that in there in like a Pokemon Snap 2, then it would have been fucking 13 out of 10 for me. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there's a big audience for that. Not my jam. If this would have came out 10 years ago, or day one buy for me. Just not my jam anymore. But Kirby for the Switch, that looks awesome. Never been a big Kirby guy, but the 4-player stuff looks like it could be cool. My only concern is they haven't said anything about if it's going to be online or not, because that'd be if you're going to start charging for online, you got to start putting online games in there. And I think 4-player co-op online for Kirby would be pretty sweet, or at least 2-player. I hope so. I would love to do that with some friends and just go through that game. Pokemon game, it's for the Switch. It's something we've all been dreaming about for over 20 years now.
Yes. We have been clamoring for a Pokemon RPG, a mainline Pokemon RPG for a console.
Yeah, hopefully it's not like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon with RPG elements in it. It's like, hey, we told you it was RPG.
I know, and we're not. And to be perfectly honest, we were not like the Pokemon fans. They did not want some like as like Gale of Darkness or like Colosseum or something like that. We wanted a legitimate like red, blue, yellow,
Sun and Moon,
gold and silver, all these just a main Pokemon game, like core Pokemon game in the franchise, to appear on a console, and they're telling us that that's going to be coming.
Yeah, so that's great. I mean, that could be your big 2018, more than likely probably 2019 game.
Yep.
If there is no, I can see maybe if that comes out next year, that'd be the big thing that could be the Mario Odyssey of them for next year. But Metroid Prime 4 in development, that's cool. I'm not a Metroid guy, like I said earlier, but there's a fan base out there that wants it. I'd be cool to check it out. I didn't really care I didn't even try 3, but I heard it's really good. But I sent, Wii stuff, never got into it. But that's cool. Another big thing I think with this is Retro's not working on this. It's a new development team.
Yeah.
No name for who's doing it, but so I imagine it's fairly early in development. So that's another 2019 game, maybe 2020 game.
Possibly.
So you're setting up yourself big for the future. And then that also means Retro still has a game out there they've been working on for like 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, can we just say something about that? It's like, what the fuck have they been working on all this time since Tropical Freeze?
Yeah.
If it's not Metroid, then what the hell is it?
Yeah, and the rumor is they're working on 2 games. So I'm wondering if, like, what if one's Donkey Kong, one's a new IP or something like that for Nintendo? That could be cool.
I've personally have heard rumors that they possibly may be working on a new Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh yeah, that could be a thing, I guess.
Just excitement just gone down. Like, oh, Diddy Kong Racing. Oh,
that's okay. We got Mario Kart. Yeah, I don't know. If they have 1 or 2 games in they're working on, that's big. That's 2 more 1 or 2 big games coming out for Nintendo that we don't even know about yet. That might not be too far off because they've been, like I said, they haven't released a game. Tropical Freeze was 2014.
Oh yeah.
So
don't be surprised if the next couple weeks or something like that we hear something else from Nintendo.
Yeah, I won't be surprised. I mean, there's still probably some more things they got some more dates they have to put in. I imagine there'll be another direct sometime before the year's up or before we get too deep into the holiday season. Because we don't know anything about Fire Emblem or Xenoblade go ahead.
But there is one thing that they did not showcase and did not even say anything about.
Smash?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
That actually, I would argue that would be 2. But the thing I'm getting at, Virtual Console.
Oh, yeah.
We did not hear anything about that.
Yeah,
So there are some questions to be there are some questions to be answered right now. It's like, in the coming weeks, it's like, what are you going to do for Virtual Console if you're even going to have it on your system? 2, you have all these type of amiibo things for Super Smash Brothers. When's the next Smash Brothers thing going to be coming out then? I mean, I know the next one is going to be a ways away, but Smash was the most successful game on their Wii U other than Mario Kart 8.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're going to have Smash, like, possibly a port of the Wii U version sooner or later. So I wonder about that. But anyway, carry on, Tyler.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was kind of the one surprise, but I could see that there is a lot of fighting games that have been announced for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
That are out now or they're coming out soon. So maybe they don't want to overload us with fighting games, and especially when you have ARMS coming out soon. Why Trumpet? I guess I get why they wouldn't want to show anything for the DLC Pack 2 for Breath of the Wild, because everybody knows that Pack 1 is kind of pointless. You bought the expansion pass to get Pack 2 because that's the big expansion coming soon.
Yep.
So why overshadow that before it even comes out? Give it its chance to breathe and whatever. So I'm not too upset about that. That's what I'm saying. There's probably another direct later down the year to kind of fill in some gaps for things we don't know about yet, and maybe they'll talk about the Virtual Console or Smash Brothers 2. But yeah, Kirby, that can't. I hope, man, it looks really cool. Yoshi, I loved Woolly World. That was one of my favorite games the year it came out. I think 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was awesome. It's a big surprise to me. So I'm all in for another one. It looks like kind of more of that, but in a different world. Like I said, it looks like it's in cardboard kind of stuff going on. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
It's a switching of perspectives. That's one of the things that I saw there.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more about that game. That's probably one of the ones I'm outside of the games we saw that aren't coming out this year. Probably Yoshi's the most excited. I'm excited about. To me, not counting Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon, obviously. The Amiibo stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the Champion stuff. I might buy the Goron one. They look kind of cool. But I definitely want the Mario and Bowser and Peach in the wedding.
Oh my
outfit.
god, that looks incredible.
Yeah, I'll pay premium price. $100. That's fine. I'll buy them.
They had new Mario, new Zelda, and new Metroid amiibos.
Yeah, that look cool. Rocket League coming to Switch. I think that's a big get. I'm not surprised it's coming. It's been kind of rumored for a while that it was going to be coming. The fact we're adding Nintendo Gear to it and cross network play could be cool. I mean, I could see myself picking it up maybe just for the Nintendo Gear and then playing it on my PS4 with my friends and just PS4 party chat with them. Go ahead.
Can I just say that it's like, once again, I am going to be tempted to fucking buy Rocket League.
Yeah, you've bought it. You've bought it twice already. Twice. Yeah. And all the DLC for it.
And all the DLC. I fucking love playing that game. And yeah. When I saw it on Nintendo Switch and stuff like that announced, was like, oh, what? Rocket League? What? Okay.
Yeah.
And there's going to be new things revealed for that version of the game that we're not even aware of. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what else is going to be in there.
Yeah, and I think the cross-network stuff, I'm curious how they didn't say what platform does it work for. I imagine PC. But if it does some reason work for PS4 or
more than likely it
Xbox One, would be cool.
Most likely it will probably be cross-platform, possibly between PC, probably maybe Xbox One.
Yeah, I mean
that's what they're doing with Minecraft.
Yeah, the PS4 and Xbox One already do cross-network play with PC now with each other, but they all can play with PC, so I imagine it'll be the same. So that could be cool, and especially the portability side of it too. That's something I think we all forget about sometimes. Is at least I do. I know I do. But that people being able to play Rocket League on the go, I think will be big for people. You can take Rocket League to work, buddy.
I know. Just that thought, dude. It's like playing Rocket League on the go, like either during breaks or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
On the road.
There you go. Gables Game of the Year 3 years later, Rocket League for the Switch. And then Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, that game looks incredible. I don't really know what to add on that you've already said, but yeah, it's different. It looks different. It definitely seems like instead of going into a world and going in there with one objective in mind, you're going in there and you just go in the world and you do different quests kind of things. From what we've seen of it, and instead of getting stars, you get moons. So it's a little different. You have a ship called Odyssey, and the hat. I think
Cappy.
It's Cappy, yeah. And when you take over people, they call it Captain. Captain, yeah. So Nintendo loves their puns. So yeah, I mean that all looks incredible. I'm gonna buy pretty much every game that they outside of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm gonna probably buy every single game they showed here this year. Metroid Samus Returns. Like I said, not a Metroid guy, but I mean I'm interested in it. Comes at a good time for me personally, and really September is kind of a dead month from what we know. I'll have to look at the release schedule for the rest of the year, but I think outside of Destiny 2, there ain't a lot coming out.
Well, there is that Metroid game, The Return to Samus.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean it's a dead month, so I mean that's a good time probably for that to come out. But I just want to point out, fucking October 27th, we have Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein 2, and Super Mario Odyssey on the same day.
Yeah.
Oh
God, that's almost $200 worth of fucking games on one day.
I know. I'm getting Wolfenstein 2 and Odyssey for sure on day one.
Dude,
that's crazy to get booted to the side.
Oh my God, dude! They all wanted to release before fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah, they did.
They did. Fitted it on one day, and I kid you not. I bet you the sales of both Wolfenstein 2 and Assassin's Creed Origins are going to falter a bit because of Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, I think they're all going to suffer. They're all going to cannibalize each other for sure.
Yeah. But you just said that, and I knew that date was familiar, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, Wolfenstein 2. Oh my God, Assassin's Creed Origins. Oh
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, no. Can I just? Here is the last half of October for you.
Okay.
Evil Within 2, not gonna be the biggest game in the world, but to me, I'm really
Okay.
excited for it. October 13th. October 17th, 4 days later, South Park Fractured Butthole.
Oh.
And then 10 days later, those 3 games.
Oh,
I don't.
some's gonna
That's
be
like
lost.
there's like $300 in games I want to buy that come out that in like a 2 week span. Literally
Wow.
2 week span. 5 games, 5 AAA games in 2 weeks that I want to buy. And then
Dude.
it's someone's got to get bumped. So please, Assassin's Creed, you get bumped. I'm fine with that. I don't care. I mean, I don't know. I do care, but I can wait. Yeah. Oh man, this is going to be a very expensive August and October for me. Honestly, the buying it part I can deal with. The finding the time to play this stuff is gonna be hard. And I personally always go into E3 because they always announce a lot of the dates for games coming in the holiday season. Is what am I gonna be playing? What's my E3 game my Extra Life game gonna be? And I'm like, a lot of years I'm like, oh, there's one game right there. It comes out the week before, a couple weeks before. I could play that. This year I'm like, it's 25-hour long marathon. I don't know if I have enough time to play all these games. I don't know if there's enough time. There's not enough time. There's 3 big games right there. And these are not short games. Wolfenstein is probably going to be a 15, 20-hour game.
Probably.
Assassin's Creed is going to be as long as you want it to be, 15 hours minimum, 30, 40. Odyssey is probably going to be a 30, 40-hour game. I mean, yeah. Fuck. I'm going to have to have like 3 Extra Lives weekends in a row to probably play these games. So, and then not including all the stuff that comes out early in the holiday season that I'm not going to be able to get to. I'm going to have to delay off. So it's going to be crazy. Yeah, buddy.
And
Man.
we thought the beginning of this year was something, and now the fucking near the end of it is even more insane.
We never get a break, man. It's like I got a backlog of games that came out this year I bought months ago that I haven't even played or finished or barely started. Yeah, and I got sitting here, and by the time I get done with those games, it's gonna be freaking Uncharted's gonna be here, Madden's gonna be here, Mario and Rabbids is gonna be here.
Dude, I'm already feeling it right now because it's like this Friday's gonna be ARMS and stuff
ARMS?
like that. July is going to be fucking Splatoon 2,
4
and then
weeks later,
August
yeah.
is that Mario and Rabbids game that's going to be come out. September's Metroid. Mario is in October.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god.
And then you still have Fire Emblem Warriors and Xenoblade Chronicles.
And I still got those fucking Pokemon games in November.
Yeah, and Ultra Sun, Ultraman, November 17th.
And you know how I am with Pokemon games. I'm gonna play those too, and I'm gonna play the remakes of fucking Gold and Silver because I'm a fucking insane lunatic.
So you have Metroid. You have Metroid on September 15th, and then on September 22nd you have Gold and Silver.
Yep.
And Pokken Tournament, if you care about that, on the 22nd as well. So
I've never had that many RPGs I wanted to play in one fucking year.
Yeah. Same with it's like open worlds this year for me. Like there's 3 big ones that came. I beat 2 of them. Zelda, Horizon. I'm playing Andromeda now. So yeah, it's boy, it's crazy freaking.
This is a crazy
E3.
year. A crazy E3 and a crazy year.
Yeah, insane year, and I think, I think this E3 overall. I mean, I think a lot of people have been down on it as far as kind of overall what E3 is. It's like surprises. Here's the release dates for games this year. Here's release dates for games early next year. And it's all the things. And this year we didn't get a lot of big surprises, and we didn't get a lot of dates either for games.
Until today.
Yeah, until today. Like, it was still a good E3. There's a lot of good games we saw, and a lot of games now in development.
It's a good. I agree with you, Tyler. It's like it has been a good E3, but in comparison to some like years past and stuff like that, this is actually sort of a down year for the remaining other companies and stuff like that. Even with Microsoft and all of their forays into trying to get the Xbox One X and stuff like that out into the market itself.
XXX.
It's like it's like one of the things that was truly exciting, other than like, oh gosh, some of the stuff that what they had to show, some of the things that we already knew that were coming from like Sony and stuff, and then. I mean, Wolfenstein 2, I mean, that was a good, exciting moment right there. The new Metro game was a good moment right there. We know those games are going to those are going to be great. Yeah. We already saw things like with Far Cry 5. We've already saw things like, and that's just the thing about it. We knew a lot about these games coming into E3, and that is probably what spoiled it a bit for us.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo was the only company out of them that still had fucking surprises in store, even months later. We already knew about the Mario and Rabbids game. They got all the Pokemon stuff out of the way besides that one little blurb that ended up becoming the biggest emphasis upon that. Because if they would have announced that they're going to be making a new main core RPG Pokemon game for the Switch, that would have overshadowed Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon when they did that at Direct last week.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, and not just surprises. When people say we want surprises, we want good surprises. We want And there's a way to handle the surprises sometimes, like a little blurb like we got from Metroid Prime 4. Or just saying, hey, Pokemon for the Switch is in development. Things like that. I mean, that's big. That's just let us know it's coming. Things like that. And I think this year we got some surprises. Metro Exodius, things like that. But I think
Beyond Good and Evil 2 was a big surprise too, obviously.
Yeah. But I think the way Nintendo handled it this year, it was almost perfect for me. Like I said, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker would be the only thing that would have made it better. Even a deluxe version of it, I don't care. Just put it out there again for the Switch. Let me just buy it again on the Switch. I don't care. I'll pay $20 for it again.
The only thing right now is I don't really have much to complain about Nintendo or
No, just personal little nitpick things. Yeah,
it may be little nitpicky things that I want to see improved or what I want to see personally on the Switch. But if I didn't have a Switch going into this E3, you better believe I would have fucking wanted something incredible yesterday. Instead of dude. So it's awesome owning a Nintendo Switch right at the moment, and then just seeing all of this stuff that's going to be coming down the pipeline. It makes me so excited. I got games I want to play, new games, classic games, games that I have not seen forays in over 10 years. It's that is amazing to me.
Yeah.